Greetings, beautiful souls, and what a wonderful time of the year it is, because it's sabbatical time again. The time where I come up to Scotland for a couple of weeks and just disappear into the wilds. Last year I had to cut it short because I got ill. I was only out for a few nights and then I had to go home, and then I got back out at Easter. But this time I'm feeling great, and this is going to be a two-part sabbatical, this. So I might do it over two parts. The first part is the hike. So I'm going to leave my car here on this little car park, and I've worked out a 53-mile route which will take me over to the Merrick and that mountain range and beyond. And I've given myself 5 days to do it, so it's doable without killing myself. And then the second part is I've booked myself into a nice static caravan in Ayr. So I'll be going to there, and then I'll be doing walks and exploring. I've never been to Ayr. You know, my daughter tells me one of these WWE wrestlers is from there, Drew McIntyre, I think his name is. So yeah, it's a two-parter, and this first part now will take me from here where I've parked, and it's going to take me over to the northern shore of Clattering Shores Loch, where I used to go fishing years ago there with Stu and Jeff. So I'll get a video when I'm at Clattering Shores Loch, and then beyond that it takes you to White Lag and Bothy. Now White Lag and Bothy is a bothy I've always wanted to go and have a look at, but I'm not staying in it, not a chance, because you go on YouTube and have a look at White Lag and Bothy, and there's things that have happened in there. I'm talking paranormal stuff. One of them was 2 guys who were in there and the door just slammed on them, and then later on when they were trying to debunk that and just think it may be the backdraft of a wind because there was a storm going outside, the church started moving on its own, and they videoed that, and it's on video, and I've got no reason to believe they were lying. They certainly didn't look like they were lying to me. So I'm going to head towards White Lagan. It's 10 mile from here, White Lagan, so I'm not going to get there tonight. And I wouldn't stay in a bothy anyway, because unless the weather's horrendous, a bothy's a place where people would head for. And I've been in bothies before, and you don't get a good night's sleep because you're waiting for someone to turn up. And adding on to that, the fact that chairs move on their own in White Lagan, so sod that off. There's no chance I'm going spending the night in there, but I will get a video in White Lagan when I'm going past it, probably tomorrow morning. So yeah, 53 mile from here. Forecast is wonderful. It's forecast dry, cold nights, but it's forecast dry, and I think the weather's gonna start turning Friday afternoon, but it's only Sunday now. I'll be finished by Friday morning. And then off to the caravan. So come with me and let's have a jaunt in Dumfries and Galloway. Been going about an hour on the trail now, and it's really nice, you know. There's no one about anywhere. I've kind of come over this open ground and I'm dropping down now into this forest. Basically Clattering Shores is kind of behind that forest, the loch. And then tomorrow I'm going to be swinging round over the mountains you can see, over the Merrick, and I'll be heading north tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a big day because I'm going to be on that mountain range pretty much most of the day. I'm going to have camp up there because there's no forest, and I won't get to the forest on the other side of that range until the day after. But it's wonderful. No one anywhere. There was no one where I parked. Not seen one person. I'll be surprised if I see anyone. Might see some people when I get towards White Lagan. You know, it is St Patrick's Day tomorrow, so I'm expecting, you know, people to be. I know it's Scotland, but people celebrate it everywhere, don't they? And I'd be surprised if no one came out with the idea of going to White Lagan for the St Patrick's Day, so they might get in there tonight. So I won't be there anyway. But stunning. You can hear a pin drop as well out here. Hardly a breath of wind. Oh, this is what life is made for. Absolutely wonderful. Behold the beautiful Clattering Shores Loch. Oh, this brings back some memories. Spent many years coming fishing here. Every year me, Stu and Jeff would come up, and I'm looking across there to the overflow at the far end. And it's not changed a bit. Smuggler's Run Mountain, as we called it, because it reminded us of a PlayStation game we used to play, where you'd have these buggies and you'd go up and you'd knock these communication towers off. But wow, Clattering Shores is exactly the same. It's not changed a bit. And I was walking down this path then trying to think when it was that we used to come here every year, and I'd say it was probably from me being probably the age of 35 to 38, probably 3 years on bounce. I think we might have come more, but 35. I'm now nearly 55. 20 years has gone and not a thing has changed here. Absolute shocking. But good to be back Clattering Shores. This walk's beautiful as well. Still not seen another person. But, oh, good old Clat. Welcome to Loch D, everybody. And it's absolutely still. There's not a breath of wind. There's no sound. It's so quiet. And anyway, big news. I bumped into a person, a girl on her own. She's wild camping. I think she's doing the Southern Upland Way, most of it. That's what I'm actually on at the moment, the Southern Upland Way. But I'll be branching off that tomorrow. And this is where I was supposed to be heading for tonight, really. Anywhere around this area. But on a map, this is all forested. And as you can see, it's not. But she told me the path that leads down to White Lag and Bothy, from this path, there's some great camping spots by the river. And it's only about another mile. So I'm going to head down there. I'm going to find a camping spot by a river. And she said it was really good. She said to me, "Are you not staying in the Bothy?" And I said no. And I was telling her the story about the chair moving on its own and stuff. So, and she agreed with me. There's no way I would stay in that Bothy on my own. And I don't want to stay in it with other people, so it's not happening. I'm in my tent. But I'll find this nice spot anyway by this river she was on about. And I'll get back to you. Right, comrades, I have pitched up for the night by this little spot where obviously someone else has been using. But it is right outside the river, like that American girl said. And look what's over there that I've just spotted. Ta ta ta. White Lag and Bothy. And it's going dark, so I think I'm going to head up there now and just stick my head in, get a video of it before it gets too dark, because otherwise that's not happening. Right, let's go for it. Well, this is it, guys, the famous White Lagoon. Do you know, I can almost hear Tommy M at work saying, "Stay in it, you soft thing," instead of being camped just down there in my tent. But my reply would be, "Tommy, you come here on your own and you kip in it." Because there's no way I'm kipping in that on my own. I'm not sure if anyone's in. I've not seen any smoke or anything coming from the chimney. But I'll go in and I'll film it as well, in case anything kicks off. Right, no one's in, guys. So you kind of come in and there's this little room. There's like some kind of airbed there. No one's staying here because otherwise the kit would be here. And this is the famous room. And that is the famous door. That's slammed on its own. Please don't do it now. Yeah, so this is White Lagoon. And this is where the guys were sat. And the chair started moving over there on its own. It's very dark, as you can see, but yeah. And there's loads of firewood as well. It's a shame, but there's no way I'm sleeping in here on my own. absolutely no way. And I could have, you know, I could be nice and warm and have a big fire. But no, just knowing people could turn up would put me off staying in there. Never mind bloody paranormal stuff going on. So anyway, White Lagoon, it has been lovely to meet you, but I'm afraid whatever spirit dwells in here, you can stay on its own tonight, because I'm going to be down there in my little tent. Morning everybody, it's the start of day 2 on my little hike. Decent night last night actually. After filming in that bothy I went down, got something to eat, and then whoever had been there before had left like that fire pit, and there was loads of rubbish in it, and there was a bit of wood knocking about, so I got it lit and had a little fire. It was only little, only lasted a couple of hours, but while I had my fire, 9 o'clock at night, I could hear like this rumbling noise, and a car was flying down the forest track, music blaring, pulled up right near me. So I put my head torch on just to show I was there, and then they stopped and obviously didn't know what to do, because all they could see was a fire and a black silhouette standing behind it looking at them. And eventually they parked up, and it was about 5, I think it was about 4 lads and 1 girl, probably in the 20s, and guess where they were heading to? They were heading to the bothy. So thank the Lord that I didn't end up going in there that night, because that was totally the right decision. They didn't even come over to me, they left me alone. I probably freaked them out actually, just not moving, just standing looking at them. But yeah, my sleep was alright, it was broken. I was having a lot of pain with my hips actually, but then I woke up at 3 in the morning and realised I wasn't even on me blooming inflatable mattress. I was just lying on the blooming hard floor, which wasn't great. But yeah, this is be a quite hard day this today. It started off gentle enough. I'm going over to Glen Trule, and then I'll be going up the Merrick, and I'll be up the mountains tonight probably. But I need to get somewhere where there's a water source for tonight's camp. So it's lovely though, look at that. Bit of a cold wind behind me, but yeah, a great little trip. I'm just monitoring my bodily situation, i.e. my hips. I mean, one of my knees was hurting last night. I mean, luckily I've got my Osprey Kestrel 68 litre rucksack. I couldn't do this with that Bergen. That Bergen that I go with Stu and James when we take a load of gear. I couldn't do this kind of stuff carrying that anymore. But this does make it bearable, hopefully for a few more years. So, and I am just carrying, you know, the bare essentials really. Right, let's have a good day and I'll catch you later. Well, this is Bruce's Stone at Loch Trule, and it says, in royal remembrance of Robert the Bruce, King of Scots, whose victory in this glen over an English force in March 1307 opened the campaign of independence, which he brought to a decisive close at Bannockburn on the 24th of June 1314. Do you know what, Robert the Bruce? What are you fighting for? Look at it. You don't need be fighting. Look how beautiful it is. Why is everyone in this world want to fight each other for land? You know, it's still going on today. That was 1300 and odd. We're now in 2025 and the world's still fighting each other. Just sit down, you know, get out a pipe and just relax and just chill out. You don't need to be killing each other in places like this. You know, I don't know. But anyway, this signifies this place, the Bruce's Stone, me heading up there basically to the Merrick, and it's going to be a hard climb for me. It's 4 miles just to get to the Merrick, and that's the highest hill around these parts, and I'm going to have to start looking for somewhere at camp really when I'm up these hills. But it's going to be really cold tonight. I mean, at ground level it's going to get to about -3, so I'm going to have to find somewhere sheltered, and I'm going to have to try and find a water source. Some of the priorities. But yeah, when I get up the Merrick, I will give you a shout, show you what it's like. There's another bothy behind me, Culshag bothy. It's a bit rough, it's got no windows in it, and it's not a Mountain Bothy Association one. But yeah, I'm climbing part way up now. Obviously from here up to the Merrick it's a steep climb, but I've had a change of plan, because there's a little left turn up here which will take me through the forest and keep me lower level instead of going up over the mountain range. Because if I'm committed to that mountain range, I'm on that mountain range for a day and a half, and it's already freezing cold down here. It's going to be a lot worse up there. I've just got to make the right decision. The only thing is I'm adding a couple more mile onto my trip, but it'll probably be even quicker than going over the tops of the Merrick and beyond. And I'll rejoin my original route probably tomorrow sometime. But it's the wise choice to stay low. It's cold. It's going to get colder tonight. It's going to be -2, -3 ground level. Up there, you're talking minus flipping 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. So I'm going to stay low. I'm not going to go up to the Merrick. It's a shame because I've just done a lot of climbing to get here. And taking this forest trail, I'll probably be dropping down and losing all the height I've already made. But you know, it's better than carrying on and just being freezing up there. So that's what I'm doing, and also I'll have more water if I stay low. So that's my plan. I've just had some super noodles. I know I said I weren't going to eat super noodles again after my last camp because I puked them all up, but they were lovely actually. Good morning everybody. Just got out my tent. Frost on my tent as well. I don't even know if you could make that out. Cold night last night. But I was fine actually. I was nice and snug in there, and this is where I've ended up pitching last night. Absolutely stunning, and no one around here anywhere. But I'm not too far off the little track which is taking me north, which I'll be on most of today. I probably won't be doing much filming today actually, because it's going to be quite samey for quite a bit of it till I get back into the forest. But the mountains behind me, that's where I'd have been waking up this morning, and it's blooming would have been a freezing night up there. Yeah, check that frost out on here. Look at that. Ooh, chilly. But anyway, I had a bit of a near disaster yesterday when I got here, because I got my tent up and I realised they had a decent signal on my phone, which was like that. Yes, checking my emails, I had an email off booking.com telling me they've cancelled my caravan on Friday because they've double booked, so they've cancelled all the reservations for March. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. It was Monday and I was supposed to be going to that caravan on Friday, and the whole point of me actually being up here is to kill a bit of time till I go to that caravan. So there was a phone number, so I phoned it, and he actually got me through to the caravan owner, and he was saying, oh yeah, booking.com's messing me about and they've double booked and they've cancelled all me reservations for March and I've lost loads of money and stuff. And I said, well, who's staying in that caravan now on Friday? And he said, nobody. I said, right, well, I want it. I said, I'll still go up and have it. Booking.com's told me they'll reimburse me the money, and I said, when they reimburse me, I will send you that money so you don't miss out and I don't miss out on my holiday. So that's what he's agreed to, and he's given me the door code to get in the caravan. So I'm still going up there Friday. I've told him put it in an email to confirm it. He's still not done that yet, but I'm going to head up to that caravan Friday. It's only an hour from where I finish my walk, and I'll find it and I'll put the door code in, and if I get in, then I'm having that for the week. But booking.com, they can't just cancel your holiday 4 days before. You know, what the hell is that all about? I've had it booked for 6 months. Anyway, Yeah, so I did about 15 mile yesterday, so I'm hoping for a shorter day today. It should be. I only need really do about 9 mile today to get me back onto my little trail that I'd originally planned, because I've just diverted slightly off it to avoid that mountain range. But beautiful, look at that. I know it's cold, but it's forecast warming up as well. But stunning, absolutely perfect weather. Camp number 3, everybody, and set up in this forest. I've rejoined the trail now, my original trail I should have been on. So there's no need to push any further than this particular point that I've got to. If you imagine a square, my car is parked at the bottom right hand corner. I'm now at the top left hand corner. So I've got to go across and down back to my car, and it's only Tuesday and you get back to my car for Friday. So it wasn't worth pushing on any further than this really today. You know, I mean, I'm paying the benefit of having a big day yesterday when I couldn't find a camping spot for ages, and I ended up doing about 15 mile. So today I've probably done 8 mile, if that. You know, but it's all about chilling now. So I've just got myself a brew. I'm going to get Brett out. I'm going to get a whiskey. And I will be spending the night in this wonderful forest. Look at that. My happy place. Greetings, beautiful souls. Well, it's day 4. Day 4 and another beautiful morning by the look of it. Not a good night's sleep last night. I'm having a lot of hip problems. It's just constant all through the night. I ended up taking some cocodamol at about 3 o'clock in the morning. Do you know, I mean, I struggled years ago when I did the Pennine Way, physically for the first time ever, carrying big packs, but that was a big pack, a really big pack. So I decided the thing to do was to purchase lighter gear, so I've got a lighter rucksack. I've minimalised everything. My rucksack's a lot lighter now, but I'm still getting the hip pain. And you know, I mean, I was thinking, you know, I've been carrying big rucksacks on my back since I was 17 years old when I joined the army. You know, I'm 55 next month and I'm still carrying big packs on my back. So I might just have to just rethink how I do things, I think, in future. Maybe these big multi-day hikes might be a thing of the past, you know. Well, maybe it could be a case of hiking into a place like this, setting up a base camp and then just shooting off from there with a day sack. Or I was thinking maybe going back to the cycle touring on the push bike. So, you know, so the bike can carry all the weight instead. It's a shame really, because I love doing stuff like this. But I am feeling it now. You know, I'm feeling it in my knees. I'm feeling it in my hips, my back. You know, I'm getting older. It's simple as that. I'm getting older, and I've just got to accept that. And the things I could do in my 20s and 30s, I can't do it as easily now. But the whole thing is enjoy it while you can do it. So, you know, this is working out, this route being about a 60 miler. It's about 12 mile a day. You know, at one time I was doing 20 mile a day. I did the West Island Way, which is 100 mile. We did that years ago in 5 days, you know. So, don't know. Time's changing. You've got to evolve and just do what you can do. But should be a nice day today. It's basically going to be a forest track down to Loch Doon, I think it's called. And then from there, I'll be climbing up over some hills again. But I think that might be tomorrow's walk. I might base myself around Loch Doon, around the southern end for tonight. And then tomorrow I'll be over some hills, back into a forest, and then I'll position myself within a mile or two of my car for Friday. I've had no signal, so I don't know whether I've got an email off that guy regarding the caravan or not. I've had absolutely no phone signal here. So I've been spent last night reading, which was quite nice actually in my tent. But anyway, we'll have a good day today. Let's see what happens. Look at that, talk about living my dream. That is a little cottage just in the middle of nowhere. Look at that, there's a few little cabbages and stuff down there where I presume they keep stuff. But apart from that, it's absolutely stunning. What a beautiful day. You know, they won't be getting scallywags driving past their house on electric bikes with their faces covered up. Nah chance. You know what? People ask me why is Scotland my most favourite country that I've ever been to. And this is exactly the reason why. I've just come across this place. It's a loch I've never even heard of. It's called Loch Rycor, R-I-E-C-A-W-R, something like that, Rycor. Look at it. Absolutely brilliant, isn't it? That's all the mountains that I would have come over, the Merrick and beyond. And you know what, there's even a bench here as well. I'm going to have an hour here. I'm going to have an hour. Make a brew, get Brett out, and just enjoy this. I mean, look at it. And you know what, it's probably a loch that most people will never come to. You know, it's down a forest track in the middle of nowhere. And it's absolutely, look at it. Look at that. I'm actually speechless. It's the most beautiful thing I've seen on this trip so far. It's absolutely, it's blown my mind, it really has. It could be Canada, this. It could easily be Canada. And if it wasn't so early in the day, I would be pitching my tent here and spending the night here, but it's far too early in the day for me. And what a shame, because that is breathtaking. It's absolutely breathtaking. This is another one of these capture life moments. I'm pretty much at the bottom of Loch Doon now. So I've got to go round the bottom of Loch Doon, and then I'm gonna start looking for the camping spot. But it's absolutely beautiful day. It's so warm. There's no wind. I'm just making myself a nice little pasta and sauce. Sat here in the hot sun. Behold the fabulous Loch Doon, everybody. Absolutely wonderful. And you know, when you're looking at a map and you're kind of thinking where you probably need to be to set up camp, well, you kind of have images in your head, you know, of what potential camping spots will be like. And sometimes you're in a thick forest, and other times you find little gems, and I've found a little gem here. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it. Let's get out at the sun. But it's like a little copse of woods with a wonderful pine floor, and I'm right at the side of a river, and I've even got a fire pit sorted out and a load of wood. Look at this for tonight. I'm well having a fire here, and there's no one about. Loch Doon, there's a road down one side, but that's the far side, and at the bottom over there was a few people camping and camper vans and stuff like that. Nobody's round this side, absolutely nobody, and it's just a little, absolute little heaven I've found. So yeah, I'm set up for the night now. I'll let it go dark, but look at that river right at the side of where I'm camping. It's absolute heaven, it really is. So it'll be a good night tonight. It's been a wonderful day today. Spoke to a few people as well. Spoke to a bloke, same age as me. He's on his own. He's from the West Midlands. And that beautiful loch I was at before, when I was sat on the bench, he appeared just after I'd finished filming. And he come talking to me. He was with me for about half an hour. And there's been a few other people. There was a guy in a canoe I was talking to before, and he's canoeing loads of different lochs. So I think on this trip I probably spoke to about 5 or 6 people. That's more than I speak to when I go abroad. It's mad, and it's been such a lovely day, and it's in such stark contrast to how else I'm feeling, because it's my Auntie Sylvia's funeral today, and apart from being racked with guilt for not being able to be there, you know, I feel bad that I've had a wonderful day on what is such a sad day. But you know what, I was walking at Middle Forest before and I sang You'll Never Walk Alone for her. Pretty out of tune, but I thought she'll appreciate it. Mad Liverpool fan, Auntie Sylvia. And I've thought about her a lot today, and my mum. So hopefully they've given her a good send off. But the end of a great day this has been for me. And I've only got one more night tomorrow night. But for me, I've got to go and climb. So that's why I didn't want to go any further than this, really. Because for me, in about 1 kilometre, I'm climbing up them hills over there behind me. So I want to get a good night's rest before that. But yeah, Loch Doon, everybody. A little gem. Behold Loch Doon, everybody. This is day number 5 now. I've just packed up my camp. I'm going to get down here out of the wind, because it's quite windy. I've just done a big climb up. Got to go over this big hill now, drop down the other side, hit a bit of a road for a couple of k's, and then I'm back in the forest, and that's the final leg back to my car then. Scottish police have been in touch with our hope, because there's been a concern of safety for me, because someone's noticed my car's been left in the middle of nowhere. It's actually on a little, well, you know where it's on that little car park, but someone's phoned the police saying it's been there and no one's been back for days, so they phoned our up again. It happened last year, that. So she said, don't worry, my dad's just a bit mad, he goes off on his own doing stuff, but he's keeping me up to date where he is, and there's no need to worry. So that's all sorted. And I've just spoke to the guy with the caravan, all good to go, and I can go there from dinner time tomorrow. And I've been reimbursed by booking.com. 136 quid it was for the week, which is brilliant, isn't it? But they shouldn't have cancelled it. And I emailed booking.com saying, what do you mean you've cancelled my holiday? I'm going there Friday. They've not even replied. So booking.com, you can forget it. You're getting none of my blooming business from now on if I need to book anywhere. But stunning night last night, absolutely amazing. You know what, I wish I could film everything, but I can only upload 20 videos per kind of video I do, you know, 20 slots on this particular app I'm using. So the stuff I'd love to capture, and I just can't capture all of it, because they had a nice big fire as well last night, and I got it built nice and big, and then I let it just die down, so it was hot but just glowing red, so it didn't interfere with looking at the stars, and the stars were absolutely amazing. This is one of the best areas in the country, this Dumfries and Galloway, for looking at stars. Just no light pollution at all. But yeah, climbing up this big hill now, and yeah, this trip's nearly come to an end. I actually slept really well last night, and my hips weren't really aching either. So maybe there is life in the old dog, yeah. I'll keep going till I can't, you know, because I've really enjoyed this one. And you know, my mental state's been a lot better on this trip than it's ever been for any other solo trip. And I think it's because our hope's moved out now, so when I'm at home, there's only me I have to look after. And I've not got the guilt of when I'm out here. I used to be a bit guilty, thinking, oh, I've left her at home, and you know, I should be there really doing stuff. But it doesn't matter whether I'm at home or not now, because I've just got myself to look after, so I might as well be here as anywhere. And it's really helped me, my mindset. I've loved this trip. I'd say yesterday was one of the best days of my life. I just loved it. Every moment was beautiful. It's a shame it's coming to an end. But this has been a wonderful trip. And then I've got my caravan from tomorrow, so we'll see what that brings. Anyway, I'll get in touch and I'll show you where I'm camping from your last night tonight. Hopefully it's another good one. Catch you later. Look at this. On top of the world, Hannes. Good morning, beautiful souls. This is it. Day 6, the last day. The trip's coming to an end. My car's only parked 3 miles away, so I'll be packing up soon, and it's literally just a walk through the forest back to my car and then up to the caravan. Tough day yesterday. It was tougher than I thought, actually, because I've kind of been doing, well, hoping to do probably 12 mile a day, but there's some days where it'd be great if each 12 mile worked perfectly well, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes you've got to do a longer day to get over a certain feature. Like yesterday was that hill. That hill took me absolutely bloody hours getting over it. And then I had to kind of push on then. But the day before, when I got that great camping spot, when I had my fire, you know, that was a shorter day, because I couldn't really commit to going over the hill because I didn't have enough time. So I had to do one shorter day, and yesterday was going to be the longer day, but worked out, I think it probably about 15 mile. But I ended up camping here. It's not a great spot, and it's by, it's like a forestry track. There's a gate there, but it was going dark. It was going dark, and there's a big shooting lodge over there, and I wanted to get away from that. And I was going to push kind of further into the forest up here, but I could hear shooting last night as well. Well, as it was going dark, and I thought, I'm not going to go walking up there if there's people stalking deer. I'm still a bit dodgy about walking up it now, actually, in case people are out. But I've got to go that way anyway. But it's been a great trip, this, a wonderful trip. So it's off to the caravan now, in here. So catch me on part 2, and let's see what next week brings.